The Mediterranean is pleasant enough, but it's no Atlantis. Our efforts to civilize Egypt have gone quite well, and the Egyptians are slowly adopting our ways. The Phoenicians haven't caused any trouble since Carthage was taught a lesson, and trade is flourishing. But the Greeks, they have proven to be even more primitive than we had first thought. They have continued to rebuff our efforts to introduce them to Atlantean life. Don't they understand that adopting our ways will only make their lives easier? It's too bad about the Greeks, really. Not only are they primitive, they are dim-witted too. Then there are those horrid centaurs. Thank Atlas that they have decided to leave us alone. Lixus is doing quite well, and goods are flowing freely into and out of Atlantis. Still, there is a foreboding sense of danger ahead. Many of the traders that have arrived here lately have looked a little peaked, and some of them report that a plague is spreading around the east. The sickness has decimated the populations of many cities, and some cities are functioning only on their most basic levels, barely providing food to their residents. It certainly wouldn't be surprising that illness would break out, especially given the squalid conditions that some of the people around there live in. Well, that particular bridge will be crossed when we come to it. In the meantime, the needs of Lixus must be addressed. We must continue to be prosperous and productive to serve the needs of Atlantis.
Yes, indeed. So this is the final mission of the Life in the Mediterranean adventure in Poseidon Massive Atlantis. The mission is called Plague, and I think it's pretty obvious what's going to happen here. We're going to lose trade partners. All we need to do is build a pyramid, have some population, and meet a previous yearly profit goal. It's going to sound tough, but I think we can do it without too much time wasting. So let's head to the city. Colony 1, yes, slow time and pause. Now let's have a look at what does this colony do. It sells olive oil, bronze, wood, and buys marble. I don't think there's any point trading with them. And we can get fish from Knossos. In fact, I'm going to sell sculpture to them as quickly as I can before anything bad happens. And I think we should be okay in terms of trade. So we've got the population. I just need to build the pyramids. Now where's the pyramids going to go? I think it's going to go right here. So if we just delete that. Oops. Delete that. There we go. So we just need black marble, which I can get out of Mistonia here. Quite a lot of black marble, and some orichalc will be required too. So let's boost this up to 12. Quite a lot of wood will be required, so let's boost this up to 24. And yeah, let's just get this up there as well. I don't think any of these other ones sell black marble, so I think we'll just be kept with what we've got. Okay, so I'm going to let this run. We'll get the stuff coming in, and we can start selling sculpture. I think I'll wait near the end of the year before selling it, because otherwise it's a waste. So yeah, we'll just continue to sell all the stuff that we need. We're importing... have we run out of wheat? I think we have. So let's just import wheat again. Let's just import 24. In fact, we can delete some of these trees. Put down the storehouse, and this can accept wheat. Like so. So we'll get the fleece in, stockpile that again. And yeah, so I'll come back in later once there's something interesting to show, because at the moment everything is fine. There's no indications that anything's going to go wrong. Yet. First city gone, Memphis. The city of Memphis has fallen into disarray and has gone into isolation, separating itself from the world. Any relations you might have had with this city have been severed. So as you lost the city... Oops. The city of Memphis is gone. They sold us wheat, but we're getting wheat from Saqqara anyway. I am going to stockpile a bit, as much as I can before they wither. I'm going to sell all the sculpture to Knossos, but it seems as soon as I cut it off, we actually met the profit goal of 17,000 as our best. So really all I have to do now is build the pyramid. I'm going to leave it for a while because there are some events later that I want to showcase at least before we do that. And yeah. We can actually just delete more of these trees and put down at least a couple of artisans guilds to get things going at a slow pace rather than a rushed pace. We have met all the goals, we just need to build the pyramid in a nice central location. This town's going to look quite nice, but it is very cramped I have to say, but that's life. And I can't be arsed building more houses to support the population that we need. So we've got plenty of wood now. I think maybe we're going to lose Tyre. We might do anyway. It's going to be tricky. And yeah, getting the black marble in. Might have to request it, but that's okay.
What other god can offer you a kraken?
Didn't even need to build anything over here. Can we build... we can't even build this because it's... See that thing there? That is literally in the way. So if you wanted Poseidon, you couldn't honor Atlas, essentially. Because there's no space to build anything else. This map is too cramped. And I don't know why they bother giving you Demeter, because there's plenty of food here. Not like you need it. So yeah, the black marble's going to go in. We're going to get everything built. And the last stage I might halt construction or stop importing a certain raw material. Oh, what's that? Economic decline at Tyre. That means that they are not going to be trading as much, I don't think. I'm not sure what that event requires, but we shall soon see. Can stockpile up on this sculpture anyway. And yes, I'll let this run and I'll come back in if anything of interest happens. And now we have lost Thebes for the same reason, so we can no longer import bronze or marble from there. I just boosted that, which is a waste, because now I'm going to have to get rid of it all and replace it with trade posts for Carthage, most likely. I think, can we get this down? No. Right, fine, whatever. Atlas decided to give some resources, which is kind of annoying, so now Thebes is gone, so we've lost 2 dots straight away. We haven't really progressed very far. I think maybe a couple of years we've progressed. But yeah, we are quickly running out of trade partners, so... this profit goal, you want to... What the hell? 41,000? That's a high one. I think it's because we sold all this sculpture, as well as boosting the city and all that, and having the... I think, is it outrageous taxes? Yeah, we get like 20,000 from there. That's just ridiculous. Insane profits basically being made here. And Saqqara's gone. We have lost all of our Egyptian trade partners. Even it's gone. That's all of our wheat supply gone. So I have got to keep the city stable. I've only got a small amount of wheat now. We're not selling fleece there. That's a waste. So by this point in the mission, you've got to have got a big supply of wheat in, because you will lose it. And it will be gone forever. So we're going to have to hope that all these cities stick around for as long as possible. It looks like we've lost all of the Egyptian cities. And yeah, not good. So at this point, I'm just going to let this run. I'm going to come back in once we're able to win the mission. I'm just going to let this Great Pyramid build. We've got all the resources we need. We've got all the wood in stock before that lot was lost. Otherwise, we'd be screwed. And yeah, I'll come back in later when the monument is near enough complete. Okay, so Nautilus is now selling less wood. I don't think they were oh, they were, now they've gone. So they've lost, we're not selling wood anymore. Atlas is coming along every so often and blessing this Great Pyramid, which just gives them black marble. So at least I suppose I don't need to import that anymore. This is these 4 slabs of black marble. I think we've maxed out that supply here we have. So we are quickly running out of trade routes, which is not too good. And hopefully we can finish before anything gets too hairy. We'll just sell off all this sculpture. The sculpture is the quickest way to basically reach the profit goal in this final mission if you weren't doing outrageous taxation. Syracuse sells less olive oil. They were selling it, now they don't. So that's gone. Tribute paid. You get tribute from them anyway. But you can also get olive oil from like Mastonia in any case. So yeah, hi Poseidon, I don't care about you too much. So we'll just sell off all this sculpture, get rid of it all. Selling marble still, importing bronze, and basically just wait for this monument to complete as fast as possible. I don't think we need black marble. Oh, just still waiting for 4 slabs. Now I don't need to buy that anymore. Sidon Withers. Knossos needs food. So that's just lost all of our marble sales now. That's Sidon gone. I don't think we can sell marble anymore. No, so we're back to square one, basically. The only person that buys marble is Syracuse. So by this point, if you have not made a profit, you pretty much can't. Unless you can make a bunch of sculpture and sell it quickly. Because that's all you've got, essentially, at this point. That's the only way to make money. And of course, fleece sales and tax. And you will quickly run out of goods. So of course, if you've lost all of... By this point, you will have lost all your wheat sources. So you're just going to have to hope there's enough wheat to stockpile to keep these guys happy. And make sure it's not being distributed, of course. I think we can halt construction for this, almost. Yeah, there we go, send that off. Stop selling there, there's nothing to sell. In fact, we can just delete that and I'll replace that with Syracuse just for a little while. Sell off marble to there just to have at least it being sold. All the marbles going into that great period quite nicely. I think we've got enough Oracle coming in yet. Don't care about you. Oh, Tyre's withered. Oh no, we've lost Tyre now. I just saw it. So Tyre's gone. All of our Mediterranean cities are gone. Oh dear. So we've lost all. We can only get wood from one city, our colony of Syracuse. They only buy marble. So we've lost all of our wheat, pretty much all of our wood, where we are being screwed here essentially by the game. So in this last mission, you really have to have already prepared for that. Because there's no way to win the mission other than being prepared. So we'll just stop that for a while. I want to see the next city that gets withered away. For the same reason. Syracuse under attack. Oh, we are being asked to send troops. Let's just do that. Might as well. Just send them all off. There you go. So Syracuse is pretty much our only source of stuff. Oh. That's great, but I think you're a bit late. Never mind. So I've lost all of our tribute, pretty much. No more wheat. This is all. It's just running out now. It says 0 wheat, but I'm pretty sure there's some wheat in there. Might as well just set to not buying, not buying. What's this? It just needs some wood. That's fine. What's this requiring? I'll just resume construction on it. Might as well. Apollo punishes Knossos. I can't believe my luck, Sajuuk. I, Dexos of Knossos, have drawn the attention of Apollo and he is not happy with me. He has caused a landslide that has destroyed much of our city. While we try to rebuild a Irish city, I won't be able to trade with you, and that is the point by which you must have sold all your sculpture. Because now they're gone. This game really loves to punish you. This last mission is not easy and you have to have prepared for it. Help from Atlas, that's great. Pretty much all of that's done. So we're just about to win the mission now, just waiting for the black marble to come out. Knossos is gone. What's the point of asking for troops if you're just going to wither? Well, that's that gone, so we can't sell sculptures, so that's us fucked. Pretty much by this point. Take all that sculpture out of there, we don't need that trade route anymore, just delete it. Oh no, it was Syracuse that wanted troops, sorry. Might as well destroy all of this. Stop importing bronze, we don't need to do that, that's a waste. We have pretty much no trade routes left. I mean, we've only got 3 here and 1 with a couple of our things there, so I want to get this monument done quickly. And it's done, so that's just done the campaign. This adventure at least. Wasn't too hard, but you do have to prepare in advance for that, that loss of trade, so rush as quickly as you can to win. Because that's all you won't have time. If you're not prepared for this mission, you're fucked, basically. You can't be trying to build up your city in this last mission whatsoever. You have to have built it already by the time you reach here.
The plague was much worse than feared, and it decimated many Mediterranean cities. Thank Poseidon, Lixus escaped any serious harm, as did our homeland on Atlantis. Trade with the East is slowly being re-established, but goods from the East are much harder to come by. Our Eastern trade partners claim that the plague wiped out a large portion of their population, and that they just can't produce as much as they used to. If only these people were more quick to learn, they would be masters of Atlantean efficiency, and wouldn't be having these problems. Suspiciously, the Greeks seem to have escaped this plague completely unharmed. They threw themselves upon the mercy of Apollo, and that nursemaid of a god apparently took pity on them. Or perhaps the Greeks escaped the plague through pure dumb luck. That would be typical of them. Still, it will only be a matter of time before we Atlanteans, with our superior culture, whip the Greeks into shape. They cannot resist our beneficial ways forever.
If you say so, but the history books say that the Greeks just punished Atlantis. But that was plague, and that is the final mission of this adventure. Let us proceed.
As we re-establish trade with cities in the Mediterranean, we have taken special care to teach the people better hygiene practice. It is, after all, the Atlantean thing to do. They are bound to be extremely grateful and increase the flow of goods as much as is practicable. It is refreshing to see that so many of the people in the Mediterranean have so quickly adopted the spirit of Atlantean law. Then there are the Greeks. These these stubborn people will just not listen to reason. Or perhaps they just don't understand reason. No one has ever resisted us before, and we are at a loss to understand why the Greeks are resisting us now. Ah well. Thankfully, the centaurs are leaving us alone. They are far too unpleasant to gaze upon, and if the Greeks can't understand the Atlantean way, then the half-animal centaurs will be completely confused by us. They are not worth our effort. Regardless, the Mediterranean project is a smashing success, and the majority of the area is under our influence. We are masters of the Mediterranean Sea.
Well, great. So that was that adventure, Life in the Mediterranean. Let's just head back to the adventures list. So yeah, we have done adventure number 3, Life in the Mediterranean. Next one, I'll talk about in the next part because it's kind of a special adventure. There's quite a few things about it that make it unique before the last 2. So in the next part, we are going to head into the first mission of Atlantis Reborn, and this is not an easy colony. And I have been making some references to it in previous parts, and you'll find out more about it in the next part. Thanks for joining, see you then, bye now.